Okay, so normally, if you were playing, say, I don't know, you use an Xbox controller, that's similar enough. You got shoulder buttons, yeah? You got like a upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right on your shoulder. The front buttons, whatever you call them. You've got your like your left hand D-pad, your right hand D-pad, whatever that is. Whatever the A,
Look around or
circle tri
aim or whatever. Yeah.
well, circle triangle, or whatever it is on the Xbox on the right, and then your D-pad on the left, and then you've got your two analogs. So you've got two analogs, two D-pads, and then two shoulder buttons. And then normally you would use your thumb on the what do you call them, on the analog controllers, and you would use your thumb on the right hand D-pad. Choosing which button to press for which one of the four buttons, and then you would use your right hand index finger to press the shoulder buttons. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So the controls in this are requiring so much like maneuvering that I found that to be inadequate. And
Couldn't do just your standard
well, if you're needing to do really kind of quite
complex
particular
moves.
shooting with R1, and then at the same time having to evade with R2, then unless you're going to try and like toggle, like, but then you stop shooting. So you want to keep shooting, like, because that's very important because you need shit to die real fast.
Yeah.
So you've actually got to keep. So what I've learned is I need to. So and here's the thing. So I still need my thumb on the
Trigger hold.
on the analog, but you need to be controlling that at all times. So I'm going to use my thumb there, and then my index finger is actually going to sit in like a crook across the top of the four buttons so that I can press like the triangle with my knuckle. So I can press them with my knuckle, or I can press two at a time if I have to, or I
Yep.
can,
Yep.
yeah. And then I'm going to use my middle finger to press R1 and my next finger, I don't know what you want to call it, the ring finger, to press
Sounds like the
R2.
Sony version of Twister.
It is.
Mm.
So, like, I'm actually got to use four fingers on the right hand control all at once, and I was practicing it today, and that's how I got through up to where I was by using like all the four fingers, so that I was able to shoot while evade whenever I needed to,
Mm.
do the big power up. Because a power up move, like if you want to do a big move, that's
Got like
so you
a
could be,
power up button where you got to hold it until it gets to a certain level and then release it.
yeah. Well, basically you've got three attacks. You've got a shooting attack, well, short range and a long, like a small
Yep.
sort of local area weapon, and a big local area weapon, and a ranged attack. And you can do the ranged attack at the same time as you
You're
can do,
attacking locally.
yeah, at the same time. And then your right hand stick controls where you're shooting the ranged weapon. So you want to be continually controlling where you're aiming
Yeah.
at the same time as doing local maneuvers. So how do you continually have your thumb on the right analog stick and press and hold build up power up button? Like on the triangle. You can't do it. You need
Third
another
hand.
finger. You need a fucking third hand.
That's it.
Then I thought about that. I was like, this is really weird, but quite effective. And if I just let go and accept it, like it'll work. And and then and I thought this is such a weird control method. I thought, well, I am an Android. Like
Maybe
in
you
the,
could just get a container of that mutagen stuff. Smear a bit
well,
on your
I
third
mean, I
leg
am
and then turn it into
2B.
a third arm. So you're playing it and you just rest it in
Yeah,
your lap
just
and
resting.
your little mutagen adjusted
Third
third
arm,
leg, which is
just
now the
or
third hand.
third hand.
It
Just,
then jumps on there and starts pressing the buttons for you.
mm. Well, I mean, I just decided I was an Android. I was 2B, and so because like 2B and 9S, they can do that. Like
Yep.
they don't have any problems because they're Androids.
Yep.
It was expected of me to be
Do
able
all
to
the
do it.
things.
Yeah, so I need to actually adapt my fingers to be able to do that. And I need to think,
Print some 3D extra 3D fingers.
so I have more fingers.
Yeah, like finger fingers. Have a little cap that goes on your finger, which gives you
Mm.
your four button pressing fingers.
Ever felt like you haven't had enough fingers?
Fingers.
Get fingers for your fingers.
Get fingers.
Hey, finger fingers.
Trade